one of our friends was calling me the king of rest the other day. And I was telling her, I was like, wow, I kind of feel in inadequate when I hear that, because I feel like it's something I'm still mastering, even though I've come so far with it and I know how important it is and I've studied it. But it's one of those things, like, you can always be deepening your understanding of it. And so I'm coming to agreement with that. But I know how important it is, if for nothing else. And so, yeah, I'm excited to talk about it, because even as we were kind of preparing for the show, one of the like key, we always talk about, why is this important? And one of the key things in our conversation that came up was this idea that rest is the most important nourishment for you. The body you, the spirit you, the soul you, it is the most important nourishment. And we were breaking down, like, even on a bodily level, just like starting at a base level, our body and how these physical bodies work, that rest is so essential. And I was telling you before this, because I was like, rest is more essential than food, water. And I was researching before this, and it was saying how, like, we can go, like, I think like 3 to 5 days without water, and we can go, I think it was like 30 to 70 days without food. Some people have just done like food fast, and like just did water for it, right? So we can go much longer without food. But when it comes to sleep, I kind of, chat GPT a glitch. This is why you got to have some life awareness too, because when I first asked chat GPT, it was like, you can go 11 days without sleep. And I was like, that don't sound right. But then it gave more context, and it said that after 24 hours, actually, let me read it. It said after 24 hours without sleep, you have impaired focus, memory lapses, and emotional instability. And after 72 hours, you have hallucinations, micro sleeps, and risk of psychosis. And so essentially what it said was that sleep is the most urgent, because you'll start losing motor skills, memory, decision making, and emotional regulation within 20 to 48 hours. And this gets exponentially worse each day. You can be technically alive, but mentally and physically unreliable or dead in a matter of days. And when we say dead, we just mean like unreliable, right? Physically unreliable. And so, yeah, man, it was just like, what I heard when I was reading that, one, it just confirmed like how important sleep is. But when it talked about those cognitive effects and like the emotional instability, I don't think we realize sometimes in this culture of grind, hustle, work, all of that, how important sleep is and how it impacts your decision making and your emotional stability when you don't have it. Like, that's the first thing that starts to go, your decision making skills. And it's like, think about how costly a bad decision can be for your life, like a wrong decision. So it's like, just on a bodily function alone, sleep is so necessary. It's more necessary than food. It's more necessary than water to your survival, literally. But what'd you hear when you heard that?
Well, yeah, just how it bleeds in everything else. Like our body is the lowest part of our being. So just how the lowest part of your being can start bleeding into everything. Like you said, it starts dealing with your emotions. And your emotions, your soul, your mind, your will, your emotion. So it's crazy how like the lowest part of your being automatically starts being the most important part. And it should never be that way, but through the lack of it, this shows how powerful. So just it's amazing how the lowest part of our being can, which is if we're body, soul, and spirit, and our body just supposed to be a vessel and do whatever our spirit tells us to do. And it's just amazing how when we're not a good steward over our lowest part of our being, it becomes the most important part of our being. That's what I heard.